store for you, and this will propel them to bigger and better things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Texas's offense will have the ball first. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others, and they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about him. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like, when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did in high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did in high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game, running the football now that he's playing against...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Penn State! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Oof, and after that pick 6, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
On the run from inside his own 5. Here comes the Texas offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive. Not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right.
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop. So Penn State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology, how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the foot.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking.
So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Here Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Quick step and go.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Dropping back, it's Perkins. Safe completion on the screen. Can't get him to the ground. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Leaves it with the running back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff to the lone back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Going with the ground game left. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Great place to start for this offense. Quick release on the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Perkins. Here's a hit. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance. Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points anyway.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the RPO, complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They've got nothing done.
And as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking in this game.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Makes the grab. It's Walters. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Lacey. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The hand to the running back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. On second and goal, he carries again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Bringing it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Looking to throw, it's Perkins. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After after the incompletion. They go back up top. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Turning it on!
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take them.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Cruz. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass.
Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Lacey. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Across the 35. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because 1st down he got sacked, 2nd in California he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the 1st down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. He's in open space downfield. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He gets it away from his own end zone. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Got room on the And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Perkins. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the single back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. If it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. It's long. At the 45, on its way. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Back to throw. It's Perkins. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zones.
Pulls it in on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch, and they finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Back to pass, it's Lacy. Got a man, it's Walters. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good and 10. That's caught. It's Walters. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
So now it's 2nd and long. Off play action. Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Longhorn. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Reads it, fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Pulls and fires complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. To the air, it's Perkins. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here.
Back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Hit as he throws. Brings it down on the right side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run on the doorstep. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Touchdown, Texas! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And the running back gets a second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Firing to the right, complete. He's back in the end zone for the two-point conversion and followed the touchdown as he single-handedly is trying to keep them in it. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Perkins. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll return it from the 50. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Try and play action. Here comes the heat. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's looking to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
This is a no-brainer right now. After that incompletion, trailing by what you are in this area of the field, 4th and short, just kick the field goal. It's what you need to give yourself a chance to win.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He caught it! Touchdown, Longhorns! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm, and in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Texas offense. Back to throw, it's Lacey. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Break! Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Trying to pound it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. 3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Perkins. The receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Final minute, this Game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Unleashes to the end zone. Soft spot in the middle. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Dropping back, it's Lacy. Using the quick game. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams.